we are back here on the 10-7 show with Tara, Tyra, Goose, and myself. Welcome back,
What's up,
y'all.
y'all?
Welcome to another Sunday night, 7 o'clock, right here on the New Twist Radio YouTube channel. And wherever else you might be catching us, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you might be catching us. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. It is Sunday. It's 10-7 show, and like y'all know, how I like to start off every show, I like to ask the people, how you been? How y'all been?
Well, we've been good, man.
We've been great.
Yeah.
We're still on high from vacation.
Yeah, right.
That must have been some good.
I'm ready to go back.
Right?
How about you?
I'm doing
How are y'all?
Good. I did absolutely nothing on Saturday. It was the best thing ever. Did I do something? I didn't, right? Okay. Because sometimes I don't know how to stop doing stuff.
I know you don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Me either.
Him either.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, what can you do? Stuff got to get done. Got to get done, right, cuz?
That's right.
So, look, I'll rest when I die. I'll get plenty of rest then.
That's how I roll. That's how I roll.
I took 2 naps today, so.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of a delay going on, as people could probably tell, but it's all good. We'll be getting that together shortly. I think they're back right now. But right now it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show, and I'm pretty sure y'all know what part of the show that is by now. It's that part of the show where we like to ask you. Yes, it's the Would You Rather portion of the show, brought to you by Therapeutic Billing. Tara, what is Therapeutic Billing?
You know.
Largest minority-owned and women-led medical billing and credentialing company in the United States. We offer medical credentialing, medical billing, bookkeeping, and virtual assistant services. The website is www.therapeuticbilling.com. The telephone number, 610-228-2029.
So you guys are like the lip sync is off, and
right,
you stopped everything you were saying on your end,
like
but the voice on our end was still going. So it was like we're just sitting here waiting for your voice to stop and catch up with
so we was like
but go ahead. Tyra has the Would You Rathers for today.
Yes, I do. So I have two not so deep thought. The first one is, would you rather your cell phone was super heavy or your shoes were super heavy?
Shoes.
My cell phone.
Cell phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say cell phone. Why you say shoes?
Because at least I'm gonna walk around and get a free workout.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Yeah, nah.
You act like the
but then you gotta take them joints everywhere you go.
I know you be tired as heck.
But
with your phone, you can leave it on the dresser and use your Bluetooth.
My hip abductors or whatever them Jones called, my hip flexors would be pretty doggone strong.
Okay.
They'll be all built up.
I know. They'll be the biggest muscle in your body, them calves.
What about you?
I said my cell phone. I'd rather my cell phone. All right, so I think we still got a little delay going on the other side. So if you guys can hear us, I'm going to go ahead and start the next Would You Rather. The next Would You Rather is, okay, would you rather your nose was the size of your fist or your eyes were the size of your fist?
So I either have to look like KRS-One or Blowfish.
Oh my God. Not talk about
All right, Ryan Howard. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
I'll let my nose be the size of my fist.
Yeah, I don't want my eyes the size of my fist. Like,
Yeah.
So my nose gonna be like this.
Like, what kind of glasses? Like, how
Can't
big
even
would
see
my
my
glasses have?
That's not bad. I
It's
take it to
still
go
like
see
the
Dr.
nose
Pimple
would be like
Popper.
this though.
I mean, this is my fist. Here, right, y'all?
You have to pick one or the
Like, you
other.
want
So,
this?
Yo, you would be able to smell
What
your
you
own
want
breath.
this?
Like, I'm not even trying. Be talking to regular. You just smell your breath. Damn.
Wow.
When
I had
when
too
I
many,
eat that,
right?
And
I had too many onions on my salad.
what's is there a third option?
Goose, you always trying to weasel your way.
There's no third option, Tyra.
No, there's no third option. That's why I
Is
picked
it-
this one.
It could be would you rather or.
No.
Well, because those are pretty bad. Those were
But I know, but you have to pick one. It's
those
not
were bad
like
options.
it's bad. Look, this is would you rather. It's
I
no
don't
would
know.
you
Why
rather.
you wearing
in.
sunglasses?
Your eyes.
So weird.
Right. What? No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't want to pick either one of those.
But you have to.
I take the nose.
I'll take the nose too. I'll take the nose.
yeah, definitely take the nose off.
I take the nose.
How many tissues do you go through when you get a cold if your nose is?
I mean, I go through about a box and a half now anyway. So
I take the nose.
yeah, I'll take the nose.
Oh,
Oh no. Somebody is
All right.
somebody sleepy.
sorry about that. I was trying to take my pre-show nap and
All right.
got distracted 7 times by 7 different
Yes. I
events.
guess I'll go with nose. All right, I'll go with. What are you two looking up at?
Oh my God, we're getting like the whole
So be ready.
conversation from y'all.
I guess you better get your nap in today,
The
huh?
whole conversation coming from y'all, but
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties
still
tonight,
late?
guys. So please bear with us.
we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next portion of the show, and it's the Dear 10-7 portion of the show, where we go ahead and we read the letters by you, the viewer, the consumer, the group member, whatever the case may be, and I don't know who's gonna read the first one. We on the delay,
I
anyways. I
know.
don't know what we should do about that. I don't have. You got your nose? Anybody got their nose ready to read?
I
No,
have
Terry.
my notes, but if
Okay.
it's that much of a delay,
It's actually not
Do you
bad
want
right
me to
now.
Right now. So just kind of like blurt it out.
okay, I'll go fast. All right. Dear 10-7, I've been with my husband for 8 years, married for 1. Before our marriage, it was just the 2 of us doing everything together. He has a strong distrust of people and doesn't have any friends. We moved to a bigger city where I found a better job and made new friends. I go out with them occasionally, but when I do, he is very rude and snide to me. When I ask him why he's mad if I go out with friends, he says, it's always been me and you, no one else. We fight every time I go out. I'm tired of all of it. Do you have advice for me?
Tell him to get some friends.
Yeah.
He's not. He don't trust nobody.
That's his problem.
Why doesn't he
Well,
trust anybody? Maybe he a slime ball and that's why he don't trust nobody because he asleep.
I mean, but that's
Or-
but now that has
I can't find my phone. I'm sorry.
she just turned her back on the whole show. Like,
I'm sorry.
What?
but now
Or
it has become part of her problem because it's affecting her. It's affecting her relationship with her friends, with her,
Right.
right.
her husband, like maybe her kids too. I don't know.
It
but-
sounds abusive to me.
It's like it just has to be me and you all the time. Like sounds like the beginnings of like a serial killer.
Well,
I wouldn't-
That's exactly what I was going to say. He might be a serial killer.
Yep.
He don't want people to get too close.
I know we watch too much.
yeah, I was gonna say y'all watch too many of them doggone murder.
It's
shows.
true. It's
But this
true.
is usually how it all starts, right?
Yeah, in
Yep.
the murder show.
Yes. But these are live. These are not like it's not made up. This is
maybe he just want his woman to be home with him.
That's a problem. That's
That's
a problem.
Maybe he just why he gotta be a serial killer?
Okay, at best, he's an insecure moron. Because if you're going to start a fight with me every time I want to see my friends, I'm not going to be with you for too long.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely not.
And they've been married for 8 years. It's like, dude, I've been here 8 years. What else do I have to prove?
He got some things he needs to work through.
He should see a therapist, and we know a good one, Charles Solomon.
Yep, he does. I was going to say that he needs to go to therapy and figure out what's going on, why he has trust issues.
He just don't like people.
What you don't like nobody in the whole entire world, not nail one person.
He like his wife.
Oh gosh.
Right, but then why be mean to her and take it out on her because she does like people and she does have.
That's definitely wrong.
He's insecure.
He shouldn't take it out on her.
Yeah,
but they definitely need to figure out.
He does.
They need to figure out something if she want to stay with him.
Yeah.
She didn't say what if she wants to stay with him. She just said, "What advice do we have for her?"
But dude, what did you expect when you moved to a city?
Right, there's a million people.
People move to the city to do stuff.
Exactly.
I'm on record as saying I don't need any new friends. You understand? Like I don't need I'm not out there.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people pick up friends on social media or what have you, and then they consider them friends. I'm not. That's not me. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, because we were like, I was like, oh yeah, we should do a double date with this couple, and he was like, well, I'll go, but I ain't looking for no new friends.
Ain't about to be my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's such a loner.
I'm not a loner, but I'm just saying, like, I got the people
homie. Nah, but you could do that and he not be your BFF after the date is over.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna necessarily call that.
I mean, because you say you might even like You might not even like the ball.
Justin, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you think like there will be awkward silence? Is that why you don't want to go? Like because the wives are friends, but the husbands don't really know each other?
Is that why I wouldn't go? No,
yeah,
that's not why. The awkward silence. I can get through the awkward silence. Don't bother me.
Okay.
I'll just be like, oh, this is awkward silence. Funny. That's funny to me. But it's the whole like okay, let's say I don't really, let's say I'm not vibing with the dude, but she's vibing with the wife. You know what I'm saying? They friends or whatever. And I'm not vibing with the dude. All right, well, hopefully he ain't vibing with me either, because they don't have to go no further than right now.
Yeah, but in that situation, you just suck it up. And then as soon as y'all alone, you like, yo, don't ask me to go out with that boy no more.
Exactly. I would like I said, I would do it like she said. I would do it the one time, and
then he like, I'm not going back.
Don't worry about me going back. I know people that are married that I'm friends with.
Yeah, that's true. Well, my advice to you is your husband needs counseling.
Absolutely.
To figure out what his issue is.
I feel like that's always our answer now.
I think
the
world needs counseling,
or you need to leave.
And it always seems like the guy needs counseling. Wait, and it always seems like the guy needs counseling.
All I'm saying is these are serial killer-like tendencies.
Yes, definitely serial killer-like tendencies. Check your basement. Check any freezers you have down there. Check any empty paint cans. You know?
Make sure he don't have a secret room.
Y'all tripping.
That's true.
All right, Justin's going to read the next letter because I don't have my phone. Okay. I'm slacking today.
Your phone right there.
I was trying to get it, but you fussed at me for turning.
I just was watching what you were doing.
You got it?
No, you put me on the spot. I think.
Oh,
Lord.
I got y'all.
Thank you, Cub. We are not prepared.
I'm a 30-year-old woman who very much wants to find someone to share my life and start a family with. The problem is I hate dating, at least the early stages. To me, first dates aren't exciting. They're just plain awkward and nerve-wracking. I have tried everything to change my outlook on dating, but I still go into every first date with the same enthusiasm as I'd had for a root canal.
Yikes.
I truly want a partner in life, right? I truly want a partner in life, but I have first dates I hate first dates so much. I Googled, is arranged marriage for me?
Who does that?
Please, please, do you have any tips for how to have a more positive outlook on dating?
You can be
Well,
somebody's
I would
mail
like to
order
point
bride.
out first that if arranged marriage is not part of your culture, how are you going to make that happen?
Well, wait.
Um,
That's true. That's true. Or maybe she might go somewhere
yeah,
into another culture.
Be a married, what's it called? A mail order bride.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
you
go.
could do that. Yeah, just say you're looking for a mail
but
order
so
husband, especially in certain countries, because people trying to get in the United States like crazy. You can get you a
I don't know
husband
where I'm
real
trying to
quick.
get out.
so
But
did you ever think that these guys that you're dating just not the right dudes? Because once you found the right dude, then maybe you wouldn't feel that way about dating.
Yeah,
true,
but you got to
true.
get through a bunch of people to find the right dude.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is to continue to date, you will eventually, hopefully, weed out all of the suckers and find the dude. Like, you know what? This is the first dude that I was able to date, and he doesn't annoy me, or the process doesn't annoy me. Eventually,
That's
you may
true.
get there, but how long are you willing to put in? You got to be dedicated to yourself if that's the solution that you want.
Or dedicated.
Hmm.
You're a woman dedicated to the free meals. There's nothing wrong with that. Free
There
meals,
you
free
go.
drinks.
I
No.
mean, like,
I
but
don't get it.
legitimately, that's really rough. I haven't dated in a couple weeks, but
I go-
to equate it to root canal, like, yikes! You'd rather have root canal than go on another date? That's pretty
Yeah.
bad. Like, who are
Yeah,
you?
Y'all know how
root
I feel
canal.
about
Who
the
are you?
dentist. I'll take a
Wait a minute.
date over a root canal
Hold on. Wait a
any
Girl,
minute.
day.
What part of the dates is the free meal?
I mean, if she's going out with the guy, usually the guy pays, so it's a free meal. So you can look at it
Oh,
that
the
way.
part of dating that I never experienced, the free meal. I get it. I get it.
I'm just saying that's the way things normally go. So if she, just saying, just look at it that way. I'm just getting a free meal at the deal, even though I can't stand the guy.
That's wrong.
It is wrong.
yeah,
I'm admitting that it's
that's
wrong. But
that's
he
rough.
said,
I
how
mean,
can she think about it differently?
I don't really
So think
know.
about it like that.
That's why you keep running
But
into
she
this
still wants somebody. She wants a family.
Right.
mail order bride.
And then the other thing is, you don't have to have a husband to have a family.
Exactly.
So there's
Or
that
you
option
can
too.
join in. There's plenty of people that have those like
Yeah, but then there's the other thing. If you
polyamorous,
can't even get to the process of dating, you won't raise a child.
Okay,
right?
because that's way more work. Dating.
That's way harder.
Is there a way to get through the awkwardness of the first few dates?
Maybe to discuss it over the phone. Like, look, it's really awkward for me.
See, I don't feel like you and I had that awkward period though. Well, at least I didn't feel like I. Maybe you did. Maybe you had an awkward time.
When we were dating,
Yeah.
no, because I knew you.
Date a friend.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
somebody
that's
you
the
know
other thing
for
I
a
was
while. That
saying.
way, y'all
Yeah,
don't have to get through
somebody, yep,
the
you already
awkward part
know.
of knowing each other.
It's somebody that she knows wants to date her.
Yeah,
That's
what you
true.
look like?
That's true.
Probably
Somebody probably wants to date you. You never know.
doubt it.
Yeah, that's true. There
You
is
wanted to
somebody out there for everybody.
There
Even
is.
even women who are mud ducks can find a man. So
Okay.
That's true.
namaste, wish you well.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to work on yourself, hun. It's not that
Yeah,
deep. It's a first date. If you don't like it, don't call them back.
What's
that's
the
it.
good
It's that simple.
Yeah.
what are the good parts of the first dates?
Yeah, that's the other thing. You
The
making it way too
food.
deep.
Oh yeah, you already answered that.
The food.
All right. Well, let's
Mm-mm.
move on to the next one.
All right, Justin, you got it.
All right, here we go. Dear 10-7.
Try not to giggle.
Why she set
Now
you
you done
up?
messed me up now. Dear
Sorry.
10-7. My son and daughter-in-law are expecting their first baby. The plans for a baby shower have been in the works for months with an outside venue. Food, dessert, decor, etc. Everything was paid in advance by myself and my daughter-in law's mother, Birdie. The night before the baby shower, Birdie tested positive for COVID-19 and had symptoms.
Mm.
Birdie and my daughter-in-law wanted to reschedule the shower, and from the text messages, it's obvious that Birdie definitely laid on a heavy guilt trip, saying Sandra doesn't want Sandra doesn't want to be there without her mom, dad, grandma. Grandma also came down with COVID, by the way. After
Oh
much
Lord.
thought, we decided to carry on and have the shower. My son and daughter-in-law boycotted the shower. The
As they
excuse was they
should.
felt they weren't welcome. I later told my son this was a cop out. We offered to FaceTime with them. I even called to see if they wanted to come after everyone left to see their gifts on display. The shower was filled with our side of the family and friends, including grandparents and some people who have traveled from out of town. Only three people from her side showed up. It was obvious that some phone calls were made to cancel on that end. When we dropped the gifts off at their home later that evening, my daughter-in-law didn't even acknowledge us.
Mm.
Now there is talk of doing a drive-by shower, a drive-by shower with with her side of the family. I feel very disrespected and hurt. Up until now, our relationship has been great. Were we wrong? Yeah, you was wrong.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
you was
definitely
Yeah,
were.
you were wrong. What you mean you
Yeah.
feel
You were
disrespected and hurt?
wrong as two
So
left
so
shoes.
you didn't even have a shower. You just had a party.
Right.
He had a
right.
petri dish, is what he had,
No, no.
because
All she had was a party.
She had a party without the guest of honor.
Yeah. So it was no longer a
yeah,
shower.
Right.
It's a party.
It was a party.
yeah.
And
What you
I
what you
think
probably should have did was, because I'm going to assume that you couldn't cancel with this place or reschedule with this venue. I'm just going to go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and assume that and
I'm
say
not
that
going
you
to
should
assume
have
that
set
because
up.
she should have said it.
yeah,
I'm gonna say that you should have set up something else for the other side of the family, being that just going off the assumption that you couldn't cancel the thing. Should have set something up for the other side of the family as well, for the people that couldn't be there.
Right. I
And
agree.
you didn't make any type of mention that you did anything like that. So you basically alienated the other side of the family.
Yep.
Yeah,
right.
you threw yourself a party.
And what's really
And half of them
selfish
paid for it.
is right. What's really selfish is you're not the only grandparent, right? So now you've done this. I'm sure you have put a bad taste in your daughter-in-law's mouth because think of it the other way. Had you come down with COVID, would you have expected her to cancel?
Probably.
Mm.
We all sitting here waiting for the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she probably would. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I bet you she would have.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure that's why the other side didn't show up because the other grandmom or the mom to be probably called and said, look, mommy's sick. We don't want to get anyone else sick. We're going to do
Mhm.
something at a later date, which is the right thing to do. We are still in a pandemic, people. Like, this thing ain't going nowhere no time soon. You have to respect other people's wishes
I agree with
and
that.
be willing to compromise.
Yeah. So all y'all
I
should
agree
have
with
did
that.
was pivot to the mom and the dad and say what y'all want to do.
Right. Exactly.
Because it's their party, it's their day.
And most places, if you call and say, listen, half of our party came down with COVID, they're understanding. I mean, you might not be able to get all your money back, but you could at least get a portion of your money back or be offered a different
Listen.
date and time
Mhm.
to have your event. You could have a baby
Right.
shower after the baby's born.
In my response,
Exactly.
I'm not even bringing up the venue. I'm not bringing up no money because they didn't mention it in the letter. She didn't say, "Oh, we could only get half." She didn't say nothing. She didn't even say she could legal
Right.
for me.
Right. Very selfish.
Mm.
Yeah, I got. I
Yes,
have
you
to
are
agree.
wrong. Long
Yep.
story half long. You were
Exactly.
wrong.
Yep. You're wrong, wrong, wrong. I
Definitely
agree.
gotta agree with that.
Yep.
So
All
there's
right.
your dear
Next.
10-7. Here's your dear 10-7 for today.
And we didn't tell her
Mhm.
she needed counseling. Woohoo!
No, she don't need counseling.
And
Yeah.
she's a lady,
No.
and we told her she was wrong.
She don't need
See?
counseling. She need to be told about herself. That's it.
Yeah, she needs to. Yeah, she overstepped too.
Exactly.
She's a
Well, she
habitual
probably
line
does.
stepper.
So we're on a delay again. So Tara's talking to us.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's get into our topic for
But,
today,
but
Tara.
meanwhile, man, it's not your baby; it's your grandbaby. So you need to respect the wishes of the parents.
We can
We
see
can
you, but we
see you,
can't
but
hear you.
the vocal are on delay.
And now you're frozen. Now
I
you're
don't
not.
know. Are we going to keep going through all of
Can
these?
you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, well, I wasn't saying anything. So, all right, men call black women gold. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, do you want me to read the article? We'll start off, and I can just do a few talking points.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Men feel a little too comfortable calling black women gold diggers. While they often offer an excuse, it always involves a common element. The woman committed the grave sin of wanting something. Then the misogynistic floodgates open. American culture has created dangerous stereotypes about black women. She's either sassy, angry, or hypersexual. Oh, and also, she has Hulk level strength. She can endure anything. All of these tropes dehumanize black women. What are your thoughts?
Um.
Well, we know that this isn't, the stereotypes aren't true. Just because some black women have some of these elements, it doesn't mean that it's the standard.
Right. We know it's not the standard.
Right.
However,
right. But
when
all
too often,
Mm-hmm.
and when most people in music and movies talk about gold diggers, they focus on black women.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
And that's the part I wasn't understanding of this. When you say the music, like the music is focusing on black women being a gold digger. Where is that?
They're talking about in rap music
and hip hop.
Sometimes
not
some
all
black
hip hop,
R&B
but a good
music,
portion of hip hop.
but a good portion
We
of
talking
hip
about in
hop
their music videos or
in
their
their
lyrics?
videos and their lyrics.
Lyrics and
The lyrics.
videos.
I never heard a lyric say a black woman is a gold digger.
You're not going to hear that specifically.
But are we saying that they're talking about black women because the artist is black? Is that what we're saying?
That's not what we're saying.
Are we assuming that the artist is talking about a black woman because they're a black artist?
No, and I think you're trying to pull it.
No, I'm trying to get some answers. That's all.
Yeah, but I think what they're saying that our music portrays black women a lot of times as a gold digger.
Right.
In the music, in the lyrics and the videos, yes.
I can ride with you on the video, but I can't ride with you on the lyrics.
The video is about the lyrics.
The video is a depiction, a visual depiction. The lyrics never say anything about black women specifically.
Right, but see, and that's what you're looking for, and that's not. We're talking about the way you portray women. Go ahead, Goose.
So what Tyra is saying, Justin, is that right. But it's the implication.
You're gonna have to repeat it, Goose, because we lost you for a minute.
No, what Tyra is saying is the implication in the lyrics. You dig what I'm saying? So when you hear the lyrics of certain songs, the way it's written is a certain song put you in the mind frame of is it a black woman? That's what necessarily said. Like, but I'm gonna list all these things that you do that may have people thinking you a gold digger. But I'm not saying that you are though.
So there were 3 examples that I found. 3 examples that I found. Mm-hmm. Ludacris's use a hoe, Kanye West, Gold Digger, and Project Pats don't save her. Provide critical examples of the blatant disrespect Black women experience in the industry.
Yes, we heard that.
Did you get that, Justin?
I get it, but
Okay.
see. I guess I'm playing the devil's advocate here because I think we're leaving the presumption of them talking about Black women to the race of the artist itself, because if the same lyrics were put into a rock and roll song, will we assume that they're talking about Black women too?
No, but let me tell you why. Oh, go ahead, Tara, because
well, that's
frozen.
Well, you would, but I tried to find. I went to country songs. I went to alternative rock, and I couldn't find anything where they were talking about how their women only want money and only want a man for his money.
And see, what I would say to you about the race of the artist.
So only thing I could find was in the hip hop industry. Now, so if somebody knows something different, put it in the comments.
When you talk about rap artists, hip hop artists, and R&B artists, they're talking about their experience. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're rapping about. What happens where they're from in their arena. So where they're from in their arena, you're not going to find too many Becky with the good hairs. That's what it's about. Our culture. They consider that music our cultural music. So when you speak derogatory like that, yes, you're talking about your culture, which meaning the women in your culture, right? That's music for the culture, right?
You're talking about your experience.
No. Is it music for the culture, or is it not?
You just said you're talking about your experience.
Is it
they're talking about their experience in the culture?
But has it been labeled music for the culture?
The music is for the culture. But
right.
now when you see, you got to be careful when you say that too. Why? Because when you talk about the hip hop culture, you're not talking about the African American culture. You're talking about the hip hop culture. So now African Americans associate with hip hop culture the most. But who is the most? Who is the biggest consumer of the hip hop culture?
It's
white people,
Asians
of the music.
And
but
Asians,
when I'm talking about
of
the music, but when I'm talking about the lifestyle that's being presented in the music, who are the biggest people that portray that? We are. That's why you got girls in high school
I think
wearing stilettos and
I'm
makeup, wanting to look like Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B.
I'm not saying what you guys are saying is wrong, but I don't think it's 100% accurate.
You don't think that Black women are portrayed as gold diggers?
No,
and whores in our own music.
In certain aspects, yes, I do. But when you talk about lyrically, I can't ride with you lyrically because the lyrics leave the depiction to the consumer.
Okay, if you want to say
the video might tell you a different story, but the
that's
lyrics
cherry
itself,
picking to me. I feel like
you can say that, but how many times have you seen a rapper, a singer with somebody that's not in their culture and said, "Oh, what are they doing with that girl?" But they're not in their culture. But they've been.
But we're not talking.
Hold on.
We're talking about their music.
Hold on, but their
we already know what it is. We already know what it is with them as well, though.
But if their lyrics speak from their experience, and you only see them with someone that's not part of their race, then their experience must be with.
No. But that's by the time they get money.
Now
that's by the time they get money.
You don't know that, though.
But before all of that,
you don't know that that's the time they get money.
Let me tell you, if you can find me a country music that disrespects women as blatantly as any rap song, I'm here for it.
I'm sure I can find something for you.
I'm sure you can.
I'm sure I can. Eminem style.
I tried.
No, not no Eminem style.
It is.
I'm talking about a whole achy breaky heart type song that's calling women who would be listening to that type of music.
And if I do,
hoes and whores.
And if I do,
I'm talking those words.
If I
hoes,
do,
whores, bees, drop your drawers.
Okay, but hold on. Okay,
baby mama. I want to hear all that.
And if I do, who you going to assume they're talking about? Black women or
I'm But it's not.
This is where.
But we're all.
This is where
this whole thing is innocent.
You want all of this. It just ain't happy for them to just talk bad about their women. You want us to meet all of these check marks. They didn't say bitch in that song. That don't count. You can't do that. Bad is bad.
No.
Right. Sin is a sin.
So that's what
I'm talking about. To the point where
a different genre.
To the point where people of other races feel it's okay to think that about us because our men think that and speak that about us.
I would have to disagree with it.
Okay. You guys are frozen
because a lot of some of the videos
and that's
well, we know all women aren't gold diggers, but we all know for a fact that some women are.
Yes, of every race. But what we're saying is that the music in our culture portrays us more so than any other cultural style of music.
Look, let me finish. And I understand what you're saying. During the second 10-7 letter, when the girl couldn't get past, but go for the free lunch or the free dinner. So what is the difference? See, when you act like that, that's how songs get made. You understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but so that's not what I'm saying.
But you know
that's what you said, though.
But you know what though? Can I say something?
I didn't say
movies. We all have girlfriends who are caught.
Yes.
And I know plenty of them that like, well, I'm going for the free dinner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
But you would never hear an artist of another race portray her as like a B, or you wouldn't hear that. You would not hear that.
And so because these hip hop artists do that, they make it okay for the rest of America to think that that's all we want. We only want money. And, the idea that Black women are automatically sluts, whores, hoes is prevalent, not to mention the sexist belief that women who have sex and are in the sex industry deserve to be judged or shamed, even though prostitution's been around since 2400 BC.
Right.
2400?
Well, it's been around for forever.
I thought it was earlier than that.
It's been around for forever. I don't mean it could be vice versa as well, It's just like the stereotype of Black men not being good fathers.
Same. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Y'all know that that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? But it's for people have even manipulated statistics to try to show that Black men are not good fathers.
Right. And seriously, Black women are at this point in history, have the highest level of higher education. Most of them make more money than their counterparts and their spouses or partners.
Right. And I think a lot of that is to try to get away from that stereotype. And it's it started because if a Black woman wants to be kept in a marriage, she's considered a gold digger. However, the woman of another race will date the same Black man. No, she'll marry him and not work, but nobody will call her a gold digger. But if she's Black, they'll call her a gold digger in a minute.
All day long.
And it'll be the same Black male who called the Black woman a gold digger will marry a woman of another race and don't want her to work, but then call us a gold digger for asking to be kept.
Yeah. Well, I just would like to say
these are things that we see in public. These are the things that we see. These were things that we see some of these famous Black men doing.
Mm-hmm.
We see it. So we see it happening. We hear it in the music. So it's what so what's the solution and where do we go from here?
Where I go, I live my life the way I continue to do it. I don't give a damn what they say my type of people do. I live my life totally different. And that's how I
I understand that. But I'm talking about what's the solution to make sure that things are not portrayed in that way in our culture, that the women of our culture
first of all, if that's how a person feels, that's how a person feels.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? If that's how he want to get his feelings across, if he was hurt and he don't care, then that's what he do. But it's a lot of the dudes that use other people's stories and stuff that make it worse, I think. You dig what I'm saying? For it to become this huge pattern. But if you're telling your story and it's your story, because
But
we
can you
all, like
tell
I
your
said, we
story
all
in a
know
way?
women who live that life, huh?
Absolutely, I do. I know women who live that life. You got male gigolos out here as well,
Yep,
of every
exactly.
race. But what I'm saying is, so that that's not the norm in our cultural music. Like, like you'll see, like a famous, couple of another race, and the wife will cheat and everything. And he could be a musician, but he'll never speak derogatory of her. I'm talking like raw B word. He won't do the things that rappers and other people do in his music.
So I just want to go back to something you said. This, in my opinion, this whole standpoint is not the norm in hip hop.
Real hip hop.
This
No,
is
not
not the
in real
norm
hip
in hip
hop.
hop.
No.
This is not the norm
It's
in
not
hip
even
hop.
how it started, but how did it get
No,
here?
it's not how it started.
It's
It's
not even the
definitely not
norm.
how it started.
It's not even the norm in the non-celebrity Black community.
Right. But because of that type of stuff seemingly to be, because that's what's on TV, people think it's the norm.
And they
So
think
much so
it's
to the point where we
okay
got
to
to have
keep
articles
perpetrating
written
that
about it.
lie.
They do scientific studies about it. It has become such a big thing. Like how did hip hop go from building up the community to tearing it down?
Yeah.
So then you look at the other side too. So for the video media, the shows like Power and all them joints. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. As well, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't stop watching them. So
We don't.
why would we expect
continue to
anything to
support it
change
all.
if we don't start watching it? I ain't gonna
I
start
agree.
watching it.
I agree with you 100%.
You dig
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
had
saying?
watching They Get Down in the Pink or whatever that show is called.
Oh my God! Yes. When is that coming back on?
See?
P Valley. But that's because
I would never,
you know what I mean.
I would never be a sex
better.
worker, but there's nothing wrong with being a sex worker. I mean, listen, it's the world's oldest profession.
There's somebody out there gonna pay for that now.
Yeah.
Totally.
First commodity.
We can't. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, and we're not going to solve this in a day. But it's good to have this conversation, this open dialect. I've always wondered about it too, because, and you know what? I did until I read an article. It didn't even dawn on me. I guess I was just so used to hearing it, and I knew that I wasn't the type of girl that they were talking about in the songs.
Right.
But until I started to like read articles and kind of listen to a lot of stuff, and I'm like some of these songs I really liked. You know what I mean? But when you put it in a context, in a larger context, it is something that maybe we should try to not, bash women, period, in music like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you get to that, and I'm not saying that that shouldn't happen, but when you say something like that, then you can also say the people that are protesting against Dave Chappelle, they are right too.
Really? I think
Because essentially what you're doing is censoring somebody.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that I think that these artists, you see how your music can impact not only your culture, but how people perceive your culture.
The whole world.
You're absolutely right.
And I think that people need to take that, you know what I mean? Put that from the back of your mind to the front of your mind when you're doing music. You know what I mean? We're in we're in this reconciliation time. So let's reconcile with it all. If we're going to reconcile with racism, let's reconcile with that too.
And let's not forget that a lot of the people that are putting the money behind and pulling the strings behind, putting this stuff out there are not part of our culture. They're part of the Hollywood culture too.
Exactly.
They're just, they're out there to make a buck, and certain things make money out there. You know, I tend to think that people like to watch things, or I guess consume things in a sense visually that they may not want to be a part of, or maybe they're scared of, or they can experience it without being in it.
You're right about that.
Like I'm trying to think of something like I like military movies, but I never wanted to be in the military.
You're
I
right
never
about
wanted to
that.
go to war, but I like war movies. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And I
Right.
like
Stuff like that.
karate movies, but I ain't going that far.
Even
Jail
though
movies,
everybody
I
was
enjoy
kung
jail
fu
movies
fighting.
too, but I definitely don't want to go to jail.
Oh no, I was not created to be in nobody's
Oh,
jail.
hell no. Absolutely not. So
But
I
I
just
think
want
people
to
want to experience what they don't know.
Yeah.
say
Without
this
experience.
last little piece in this article that really stood out to me, and then I'm gonna shut up. The person who wrote this article said, and I agree with this 100%. I reject the idea of Black women as soulless gold diggers, especially when it's perpetrated by Black men, because I know that Black women are unyieldingly loyal to Black men, even when it doesn't work in our favor.
Now that we need to stop. Oh, that's another show. But
Well,
yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, because we're the mothers, we're the nurturers. Like, my loyalty will always be to Black men. Always.
Always.
Always. Always in all ways.
All of them. All of them.
Not all of
ways?
them.
Like, who the fuck
I'm
am
not going. I can't agree with you on that statement because my loyalty not
I
gonna be to all of them.
I have a black
All of them
husband,
don't really
I
deserve
have a
my
Black
loyalty.
son, I have a Black
Oh.
nephew, I have Black cousins. Black men are the greatest creation to me that God has ever made.
Well,
So I do nothing but support them.
Here's what it is. You heard that?
Yes, I do. I love
Let me
Black
adjust
male
my Clark
swag,
Kents.
but I like good non-drug dealing Black male swag.
Those
I don't want
people
to
are
put no
not in
money
our
on your
circle.
books, okay?
I'm talking about our circle, and even like young
I
men
know.
who like
Yeah, the
are
men in
friends
our
with my
circle.
are
But
friends
some
with
of these
my
other Black men I can't get
kids.
down with. I'm sorry.
I look at my kids' friends as my children as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is my job as a Black mother to protect Black children,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
whether I birth them or not.
I know, but I'm not riding for all
takes
of
a
them though.
village.
Yeah.
It definitely takes a village.
Everybody don't
Lord,
get that.
Lord.
With the gold diggers, if you wasn't a gold digger, he wasn't talking about you.
And then he went on ahead and married one. Look at that.
Okay.
Kim got it.
She got her own money now, but she learned it from her mother.
She had her own money before she married him, though.
Right, but what I'm saying is she learned it from her mother. Didn't nobody call her mother a gold digger when she was married to what's his name, the attorney? She ain't
I didn't know
work.
who she was.
Yeah, we ain't know about
Exactly.
it.
I knew who she was because I've always watched the movie.
However, I did hear people call
Simpson's wife.
Yeah, I've heard people call her a gold digger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think.
I mean, her and Kardashian. You pull up that old Paul Mooney special. He talked about both of them.
Paul Mooney.
Which one?
How half of Hollywood ran to him until they finally found the dummies to marry him.
I don't know nothing about
that. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the final twist because it's about that time.
Yeah,
and I don't have one, so I hope y'all got one so I can think of one real quick.
Yikes! Do you have one?
I got one.
Okay, got it.
Go ahead, Goose.
If you don't have nothing to say, keep your damn mouth shut.
Yikes!
I guess I'll be quiet.
Listen, them negative vibes and that negativity and that, just don't nobody want to hear that. Shut the hell up.
All right, mine isn't really a thought as a question that I'm asking to the group. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Do you think crowded elevators smell different to midgets?
Little people.
Oh,
sorry, little people. legitimate question. I'd like an answer.
That's not funny.
Oh, that's not funny as you crack up. Okay.
I have to say I've never seen one on an elevator before.
Every time I see one, it's like a
Maybe they
sighting.
only take the steps because of that reason.
Maybe.
You got some?
Shoot. Nah.
So why y'all think I'm gonna give context to mine? So mine was in response to our former president's post about General Colin Powell.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see that. I did not see that because my blood would be boiling.
I was thinking about. I'm not gonna pull it up.
Very disrespectful. But he showed us who he was a million years ago, so I didn't expect anything more from him.
There's thousands of people out there who think just like him, as you can see, and they voted for him. So
that was jackasses.
I'm still with you.
Basically,
that's what that was.
You see that's one of the situations where I like to say everything doesn't need a comment. You can just let things go sometimes.
Right.
That's you know what? That's my final thought. I posted this on my Facebook page last week. Just because something crosses your mind does not mean it needs to cross your lips.
Amen.
Some things are better.
I say it all the time, especially when y'all be fussing.
I don't fuss.
Mm-hmm.
I speak with passion.
I don't fuss.
My final twist is just going to be something simple like this. If you're checking us out right now, especially if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button because it helps us out a whole heck of a lot. Hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the show with your friends, your family, and your enemies because we gotta tell it. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish with us. Share us.
And if you're in our Facebook group, go to New Twist Radio's YouTube page and like our page, like our YouTube.
I mean, because y'all like us so much in group, you know you would love the YouTube.
Yeah. So we need all 999 of y'all to go on over YouTube.
And your cousins.
And your cousins and your friends.
We need all y'all report here next Sunday at 7 o'clock.
7 p.m. And we'll be prepared this time.
Absolutely.
We hope.
With all that being said, I want to thank everybody for checking us out here on the 10-7 show, here on the New Twist Radio YouTube channel, Facebook page, and all that good stuff. We will talk to y'all next time right here, same place, same time. I guess that's about it. Talk to y'all next week. We out here.
Peace.
That's about
it. All right, y'all. Peace.